Ladies and gentlemen, velkommen til endnu en stream for mig af. Vi skal spille noget The Other Worlds, som er lavet af Obsidian. Og for dem, der kender Obsidian, eller for dem, der egentlig ikke kender Obsidian, men der kan jeg sige, så er det jo et firma, der har været vidt omkring, i forhold til spil. De er dog, jeg kan sige, deres hovedfokus har været meget rollespilsagtigt noget. Så som man kan sige, de kender deres lille niche. Selvom det har været meget forskellige spil, de har lavet, så hvis nu sidder jeg lige og kigger på deres hjemmeside, de har for eksempel lavet Tyranny, de har lavet Pillars of Eternity, de har lavet Dungeon Seek 3, det var et action-RPG faktisk, de har lavet South Park, The Stick of Truth. Så de laver de bedste spil, de har nogensinde har spillet, det er Fallout New Vegas. Så er det der Neverwinter's Night 2. Alpha Protocol har det lavet faktisk. Og Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Jeg i hvert fald har været med i det. Så udgiver de også About, som hvis udkommer her i efteråret. Så vidt jeg kan huske. Så de ved i hvert fald, hvad de skal skrue op og ned på i forhold til rollespillet, når de skal lave et computer-rollespil. Så, og det, jeg synes The Other Worlds, der er nogen, der nærmest betragter det som en åndelig efterfølger til New Vegas. Og det er jo ikke fordi det er jo ikke i New Vegas universet, eller Fallout universet på nogen måder. Men der var flere, det kunne jeg egentlig godt selv se. Mange ting, der var i New Vegas, at det var lidt ligesom, at det også var gengik. Der var meget af det også i, i The Other Worlds. Jo. Og det er desværre noget af en det er desværre noget af en overset spil, synes jeg. Så skal jeg også lige undskylde først og fremmest, at jeg ikke har været så god til at opdatere på community-tabben lige i dag. Jeg troede faktisk, jeg havde. Så det var oppe i mit hoved, at jeg simpelthen troede, at jeg havde lagt det deroppe. Samtidig, så den her stream her, og det er fordi, for lige at forklare, hvad der sker i forhold til det her YouTube-stream, så skal du lægge din stream op, når du vil streame. Så kan du altid ændre det, når du har lagt den op. Og samtidig kan du gøre den privat, eller du kan gøre den unlisted, eller du kan gøre, at den er vist, så alle kan se, når du streamer. Og mange af de her streams, som jeg lægger op her, mange af dem, de er faktisk, de ligger privat, fordi der er nogle gange, jeg lige skal finde ud af, hvornår de skal ligge. Så jeg sætter bare et andet random dato på, og så sætter den på privat. Og det betyder så også, at jeg kommer fandme til at glemme, guys. Jeg kommer til at glemme at sætte den til offentlig. Så selv hvis jeg streamer nu her, lad os sige, at det her, der så ikke er privat. Det er den jo ikke, I kan se den nu her. Og så er streamet der, så kan I stadig ikke se den, fordi den vil være privat. Og for fanden skal man så gøre det, kan man så sige. Jamen det er nogle gange, du laver en teststream, for at se om tingene de virker. For eksempel så havde jeg jo en del problemer med Diablo. Sorry. Så havde jeg problemer med Diablo 4. Fordi det hakkede rigtig meget, eller der er en masse, den droppede simpelthen frames, altså det hakkede meget sådan. Og så prøvede jeg forskellige opsætninger. Og det vil jeg ikke gøre offentligt, fordi der er ikke nogen, der gider at se 10 minutter. Hvad hedder det, som det ofte var de der stream der. Så det er bare noget, jeg laver sådan en teststream, og det kan jeg gøre privat. Det kan jeg prøve privat. Så det er så også derfor, at jeg kan gøre det oftest. Og så nogle gange, så kan det også godt være, at folk de bare vil lære den privat, altså for eksempel, og så kan vi invitere nogle få til at se den. Så det har jeg nu aldrig gjort, men det kan man også. Så, men jeg har ikke gjort privat. Jeg har ikke gjort den offentligt, det er derfor, I ikke kan se den. Jeg skal nok prøve at blive bedre til det. I forhold til stream i weekenden, så har jeg sagt søndag, den bliver helt forsvundet. Så der streamer jeg overhovedet ikke. Det hedder Tour de France. Jeg skal lige noget formiddag, og så skal jeg til Tour de France afslutning på det. I morgen er jeg ikke helt sikker på, om jeg kommer til at streame der. Jeg skal lige se, om jeg får tid til det. Jeg har en enkelt ting, jeg skal til. Og hvis jeg kommer til ud over det, så kommer jeg ikke til at streame, for jeg skal noget om aftenen. Og så kan det være, at vi kan lige nå en lørdag. Så, det var så også det. Lad os gå i gang med at spille, guys. Nu gør vi lige sådan her. Og det er fordi min audio er ikke så god. Sådan der. Starter den så. Ikke et nyt game. Det gjorde det faktisk ikke. Alright, så siger vi main menu, accept. Så siger vi new game.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay, så vi skal kigge på, hvad skal vi smide på og ting.
muscular atrophy is practically a hobby in this colony.
Temperament.
Oh dear. Did you actually punch out your anger counselor?
Perception.
Eyes sharper than a terror ray.
True intelligence. Okay. Oh. Handguns.
You are going to paint this system red, my friend.
Guns. Oh. Handguns og science.
Your skills would have been wasted in a corporate lab. Engineering, Dutch. Science. Jeg tror faktisk, vi tager persuade. Handle bits for a living, huh?
Fise skal jeg bruge der. Okay, så plejer jeg sgu ikke. Reading cowboy build, guys. Oh, goodbye. Yes.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down. His drive is
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Hvad skete der?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Okay, nice. Så er vi i gang, guys.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
Aye.
Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Yeah. Kan jeg åbne her?
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Det er lille ven. Det vil da ikke noget. Ondt. Ah, hvor the fuss. Hvad sker der her?
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't... Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take them. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. Just barely scraped by.
What is this about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatic. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take... Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo. Here, you can have my saber too. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. Yes, nailed it. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Bro, kan jeg lige komme her? Sådan, cool. Er der noget, jeg kan loote her? Den er kraftigt. Så er det hele her.
Damage my ears!
Og så finder jeg yes.
Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Jeg har en stik. Skal jeg lige... skulle jeg ikke tage noget? Har jeg ikke noget helt? Kan jeg tage den? Sliger som ponder. Er det bare dumt om den der eller? Hørte jeg det skud eller sådan noget? Det er bare den almindelige udgave. Lupin, nej. Er jeg ret sikker på. 3 skud. Okay. Så vidt jeg husker, kommer der nogen her. Der var sådan en del hernede. Der står en derinde. 3 står der. Der. Hvad er det her? Til møsser. Skal vi starte på dem? Okay.
What in the blazes? Where'd you come from?
Se. Sprint crash. Skal vi bare se, hvordan... fordi der er nogen, der ikke lige er så gode til, at, når man har pistolen fremme. Okay, det vidste jeg faktisk ikke. Jeg vidste ikke engang, at de havde lært den remastered udgave. Men det er da godt, at jeg er vildt.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders.
It's just a landing listen. So I thought one of your teammates holed up in the cave.
Really? How is he?
It was okay. He'll make it. I helped him with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater. Just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and...
Here we go.
Alright. Vi glemmer alt om, hvad det hedder stort.
I just earned a fine bonus. Så vi arranged for den. Så vi kan få det op på 50. Så perks. Og så skulle jeg have toughness, tror jeg det var. Strategy to high maintenance. Sådan der tager vi. Nice, så skal vi lige have en snak med Ada.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment. and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are they going to do? Self-destruct.
Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the grunt ride?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I need to get off this. I need to get the ship in the air.
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Supposed to meet you when I land.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Hotstead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
You get it. I get it. You need me to be Hawthorne or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Where I'm supposed to find something like that?
The settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Så, ny quest. Edgewater. Skal vi snakke med de her?
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really, after past your turn?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Okay. Så bliver XP til mig. Tak, min ven. Og hele det her, kan man sige, det her univers her, det er jo... Hej Jimmy, det skal du sgu... Det er forsiktigt, det er fint, det kommer. Hele det univers her, det er jo, man kan sige, er jo overtaget af kæmpe korporationer. Så det er derfor, det er sådan lidt nærmest karikeret, når de siger det der... Ham, der vi mødte op i hulen der, det er nærmest sådan salgstale. Det er noget, de skal sige, som han. Så...
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices. Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
We will talk about a power regulator.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What?
You're from the job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
You want to click what ought to... I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Det er der også. Den er rigtig god, Jimmy. No. Oh. 4 will still have paid up. Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Okay. Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah?
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed. Ah! We lose a lot of people to Marauders.
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those Marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
So, how long have you been a junior inhuman gravedigger or whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Beats working at the cannery.
He's working at the cannery.
Okay. Standard. Så der svar. Skal vi lige se. Hvad giver den der? Den giver armor 4, den giver armor 3.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably... Physical hygiene.
Relax. I'm clean.
So everyone says. Until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad.
Okay.
You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards.
De har også haft corona.
You will also report to me in the event of your death.
I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination... I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Ej, tak.
Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
Silas said me to collect the juice.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own...
Just give Silas an IO.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggest...
I'll let you know if there's anything. Okay. What vi har. Og det her.
Yes, Mr. Thompson.
Hey, dude.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're mustn't...
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
And just say to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that. You've been paranoid.
I am? Law, help me. Paranoia is one of the plague's known symptoms. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. I'll do what I can.
Okay, you just medicine yourself.
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
Assume they're guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Yeah, same, eh?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Good enough.
So you'll do it then?
Yeah.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything about know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Okay.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
All right.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Well, Esther.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need for?
I probably shouldn't tell you.
Didn't worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
On the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reason. That's all I...
Okay. Så mangler vi... Hvad? Der. Esther. Der har vi snakket med. Jeg har sagt med Esther. Det gider vi ikke nu her. Phyllis. Skal vi se, hvad var den hed? Det var... jeg skulle finde...
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, tender.
I'm guessing the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
What? Menneskehed, det er... I den her by her.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame though. Eugene was a good worker.
Så det var ikke menneskehed. Det er fordi hun skulle simpelthen. I sæt sagt det så.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Ikke lige det der, jeg løb rundt med. God damn. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was... He was a person that asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Fuck, det er koldt det her, mand. Nå. Alright, så vi har ikke fået fat i alle 4, men vi har Conrad Selig. Var det ikke ham der barbaren? Havde vi ikke snakket om ham? Det var det. Southeast of Edgewater. Så skal vi også lige tjekke de der quests der med i forhold til ja, Marauders. Nej. Vi er ikke færdige nu. Vi skal lige nævne det der, at han ikke havde råd til det, faktisk.
Fancy threads. You run into any...
Conrad says he can't afford pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe... That's the word. Extortion.
Okay. Så vi skal faktisk ud og være kriminelle. Back room. Kan vi komme det her?
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Ikke. Reception at such this is bad. Companies going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of space choice property. Eugene was an asset, and someone has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us. So I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're protecting the body, right? Just take around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bitch to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Jesus Christ, man.
What can I do for you? Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Nah.
You may think that, but the tidiness of my fellow worker is my responsibility. Alive or otherwise. Whether you're showing up to work or going to that great cannery in the sky, it's my job to make you look like a million bits.
No, but Eugene, why not use this as a collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
Ja, de læste der.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't list them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Altså, der er vel ikke noget, der hedder dårligt god krammer her, gør det ikke det?
The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So the child never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Det der by her, det er fuldstændig hele det der kultur her, det er fucked up der, man.
You read the latest report?
I don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand, but you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
What?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Coming right up.
fra Crates 92.
Oh, I almost... Plague got you feeling woozy? Get your... Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You see, like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your... And there's no need... Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum. Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some 0G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there. My world is these... Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that. And be satisfied with our lot in life. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Skal jeg snakke ham der om The Wicker? Tænker jeg. Se hvad vi... Hvad siger som det? Så mangler Ludwig. Southeast of Edgewater. Det må være herinde. Wait, hvor skal jeg komme ud af mig? Dude.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifle. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's... The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen, auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance is not gone up.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit... Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the
Okay. Så vi skal... Vi skal skudt det der robot her. Det var ikke engang fjendtligt. Ærgerligt. Alright. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Jeg er tæt for bilen. Assistant. Nå, skal vi starte med ham der freaking herovre? Nej, det er den ikke. Han er bare lidt forvirret. En god fantasi. No, a dude.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You don't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need. On the double, soldier. Don't... Go on.
What do you have against mechanicals?
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you. Scanning you with its murderous oculars.
Can't say that.
Pray to the law that you never... First they will rob us of our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods...
Jeg vil have en godt op på 50. Det er egentlig det, jeg skal lige nu arbejde frem imod. Men jeg vil egentlig også gerne have min dialog op. Måske få den op på 20. så kører handguns resten. Yes. Hvad var det, han sagde så? Du skal have fundet hans secret weapon. Bag toiletterne. Det er der, man gemmer sin våben. Hvordan får jeg fat i den? Nå, der. Jeg troede, du var i lokummet.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Don't worry.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Kan vi se, hvad det egentlig er? Der er ikke engang i våben-kategorien her. What? Nå, nu ser vi, hvad han siger. Hey, my guy.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So what next?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly,
Okay, så jeg fik en mod, simpelthen. Det var det der Mac to Zap. Okay, cool. Godt være, jeg skulle slære den, når jeg skal op og slås med de robotter. Så skulle jeg vel set bare snakke med... hvad hedder det? Jeg skal jo snakke med den her... Snak med Silas. Og så er der en quest jo klart. Så er der et... Yo, dude.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
We need to talk about Gene.
Yeah? What about him?
First, Smith's digging him up as cold thief.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away, vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Marauders. It's supposed to be.
Let me know if you find... Yeah? The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists. What got... Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly... Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew... Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and Colony that, but you need to stop. Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Så det fik jeg så til ikke døde af. Enten jeg fik... Friends connect and greatest freedom people will return to Silas. Så jeg har startet så til den ham ikke, men
Something I can
jeg har
do
ikke
for
fået
you?
en sidequest.
You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer.
What?
That's gonna take some getting. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose...
Nå. Okay, så skal jeg lige have fundet, hvor sheriffen er. Fordi de snakker lidt om, at der måske var noget arbejde i forhold til... Måske skal vi også lige se, hvad... Hey, dude.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the... Music to my ears.
Heavy armor kunne jeg egentlig godt sælge. Fordi min build bruger ikke heavy armor, så det er egentlig fint. Light armor. Egentlig så vil jeg nok gerne beholde. Selvom jeg er ret sikker på, at man ikke lige...
Work your job. Music to my ear.
Hvad er det her? Så lige nu skal jeg ikke. Så ser vi, om jeg kunne finde... Skal jeg tale med ham, der The Wicker? Man har noget at sige. Wicker Max.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Tobbs. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering
Why is that?
Marauders are about. Though if you are planning on venturing outside, I do have a proposition that may interest you. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, my retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. I can assure you, you won't find another will. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Thank you. If you...
Okay, så vi snakker med ham der Wicker Max, der fik hans... fik en quest fra ham. Så skulle jeg se, om jeg kunne finde noget, der ligner en sheriff her i byen.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Jeg ved, han har nogle... Der var det.
Wish we had some better rations.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Godt. Så det var det.
I wonder what I'm doing.
Så tænker jeg, vi skal tale med ham der, Reed Thompson. Som det egentlig er, om der styrer byen. Så lige vi gemmer. Ja, vestbesøg.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Was it I'm looking for a power regulator?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. Oh yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say most abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I will never have guessed. I don't think these people will take kindly to losing the power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. You get a companion. The change companion book. Okay. Hvad er det? 7, 4. Lad os gå her. Jeg venter lige med.
We better clear out of Mr. Top. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but...
So this is about the deserters. What's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet.
Did you know this Adelaide we mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Why were Reed and Adelaide after him?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. Their neighbors. Kin. It's just an idea. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll... That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Okay, så vi skal tilbage til The Wicker. Hvad kan han?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yo, Max.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance. Please get it. What would you like to discuss?
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adela's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adela's Grupica?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Yeah. Så den har leaderen can provide you behind your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what's your advice?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
So is that impossible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't this a job to raise it?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit, True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your reading was. It's all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OSI stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
So what's your part in all this besides consoling people?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, the future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to grand architects ourselves, after a fashion. I would love to discuss the finer points of my religion. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes...
Okay, cool. Så vi skal ud nu her, guys. Junkyard, Edgewater Cemetery. Hvor det var comes down near the power, så var der vel også en anden, var der ikke? Der. Derhen. Okay. Jeg vil gerne have en bedre gun, men jeg tror faktisk, at jeg skal flade planeten her, før jeg får noget. Så jeg tror, jeg må klare mig med gunnen her, så hvad hedder det, så det er mods. Fjender. Vi skal være stille. Don't have to watch it. Ah, don't. Så vil jeg gerne have en guns. Have den op på 55. Intelligence. Hvor er den henne? Det er... Science, undskyld, det var science. Så vil jeg gerne. Det er fint. Så skulle jeg have den, der hedder... Jeg tager den der. Så næste gang, så tager jeg den, når jeg kan bære mere. Pack mule hedder den. Back. Okay. Skal vi op på, er der noget heroppe? Så jeg kan komme op her på den her måde her. Fair nok. Kan jeg repair den der nu her? Det kan jeg faktisk. Det er meget fint. Pavarti. Kan jeg klare en gun i stedet for? Det tror jeg, vi gør. Det er en cave der, tænker jeg. Så tager vi den. Så hvad har jeg helt? Assault rifle. Okay. Sat. Det er lige ved at have det følge der. Sådan. Godt bevaret til.
Easy.
Masser af loot. Alright, var det det? Har vi nogle andre? Ja. Kan jeg... Er der hostile til noget her? Der er rigtig mange hostile til noget her. Nee. I don't like. Oh, motherfucker! Godt dag. Det var sgu væk. Nice. Det vil jeg godt fortælle mig. Skal vi se. Privatjuden har ikke noget. Nej. Så også set bare, at vi går tilbage til byen lige nu her. Så kan vi lige tage den. What? Det er sgu ikke shit. Jeg troede, jeg havde godt. Jeg havde godt den der. Ja, tak. Så er vi tilbage. 3 stykker. Der er ringleader. Jesus. Her. Nej, det var sgu ikke. En tilbage eller hvad? Skal der bedre arme til dig? Hvad var det? Så bliver det et langt spil, det her. Der var ham der ringleader der. Der var han. Tak. Gud. Så ser vi at breaker den down. Den der breaker down. Der breaker down. Er min gun med at gå i stykker? Ja, for satan, det er den godt nok. Kæft, det krævede nogle... Nej! Jeg glemmer hele tiden. Fuck, så bruger jeg bare health ved en grund.
Nice.
Nice, ja. Det var faktisk rigtig nice. Alright, tror jeg vi har.
Hey, that's impressive.
Det var det. Skal se om vi kan finde den der... Det der medicin. Jamen, jeg skal bruge det hele tiden, mand. Åbenbart. Damn, de er bullet sponge selv på normal. Jeg overvejer faktisk bare at smutte tilbage til Edgewater, så lige for afleveret den her. Solgt nogle ting. Hvad nu? Nå, det er kysten. Med The Wicker. Det er lidt en speciel gun. Det gør jeg ikke.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Put the book right here.
Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn.
You didn't want that book to keep us from... You just wanted it for yourself.
Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universe.
Jeg tror også, jeg skal til at begynde at bruge de her andre guns der. I hvert fald lige forløbig som start.
I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this
men min build, der er egentlig baseret på, at jeg skal bruge pistoler.
All the time and suffering.
Det er simpelthen for svage lige nu her, de gør.
Wasted. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew.
Could be a business arrangement. You need to ride out of town.
Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counsel, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well.
That all part of your weaker training.
Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field.
Sounds cool.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Så jeg har ham ikke endnu. Det er første gang. Okay. Nå. Jamen. Det er sådan der. Sådan der. Men det rammer et par 60, så minimum armor penetration damage plus 10. Alright. Pavati har fået et lille... Nu skal vi have det.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
What? What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Fandt har nu kostet ud.
Go right ahead. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are... Work your jaw on. Music to my ears.
2000, okay. Okay. Alt alkohol tænker jeg, vi har solgt. Det kunne jeg måske godt bruge det der. Kan jeg bare helt. Ja, kan nok have 2000. Det bliver 9, den der. 9, 4, 5, 2. Det giver faktisk ret meget mere, den der, ikke? Ja, det giver 9, og den giver 4. Klokken, den er 9. Se hvad det er i morgen. Alright guys, jeg bliver sgu nødt til at stoppe her. Jeg har lige set, jeg har fået en mail, jeg skal have svaret på. Så har jeg faktisk en bimrende hovedpine, så det, som jeg skal lige af med. Du piner mig i podcasten. Tak fordi du kom forbi. Sammen med Tanja og også dig, Jimmy. Hyggeligt, at I lige kom forbi min chat. Vi fortsætter det her næste uge. Hvad hedder det? Som sagt, så ved jeg ikke rigtig, om jeg kan få presset flere streams ind. Jeg håber lidt i enten fredag formiddag, altså i morgen, eller lørdag på et eller andet tidspunkt. Og jeg skal nok prøve at love at smide det op både i community-tabben, og så faktisk også, at min stream, den var synlig den her gang, for det var det nemlig ikke, den her stream, jeg havde i dag. Og igen, jeg har prøvet at forklare det i starten af streamen, at det er jo simpelthen fordi, at når du laver en stream på YouTube, så skal du lægge den op og sige, hvornår skal du streame, hvornår har du tænkt dig at streame, også lægge en thumbnail op, og også, om stream er for børn eller ikke for børn, eller det skal age restricted. Og en masse andre ting, skal du også lægge en masse tags ind og sådan noget lignende. Og det skal man for hver stream. I forhold til Twitch, der kan du bare gå ind og sige start stream, og så starter du bare stream på din kanal. Selvfølgelig at du har lægget din kanal til en OBS. Så det er lidt mere rigid, men sådan er det bare, når man har valgt at streame på YouTube, som jeg har gjort. Og der kan man så også, det jeg vil sige til med det var, at man kan også gå ind og, sige den, at man kan sige, at streamen er privat. Så man kan bare streame for sig selv, hvis man vil det, eller streame for folk, men, hvor du skriver en link. Og der har jeg bare sat den privat, fordi nogle gange så lægger jeg bare en omgang streams op, som planlagt, men jeg ved ikke rigtig, hvornår de er, og så siger jeg bare et eller andet tilfældigt dato, og så for at I ikke skal tro, at det er den dato. Fordi det kan godt være højst sandsynligt, at jeg ændrer den. Så gør den bare privat. Og så når jeg så finder ud af, hvornår det skal være, så går jeg så ind og ændrer datoen på den. Men kort og langt er, at jeg glemte at gøre den til offentlig. Så det var sådan set derfor, at folk ikke kunne se den. Så det beklager jeg selvfølgelig rigtig, rigtig meget. Og prøver at blive bedre til det. Men ellers, hvis vi ikke ses, guys, i løbet af weekenden, så håber jeg virkelig får en rigtig god weekend. Og jeg håber, at vi ses igen i næste uge så, hvis vi ikke ses i løbet af weekenden.